In the newborn intensive care unit at a nearby hospital, premature babies cling to life. What's going to happen? In the newborn intensive care unit at a nearby hospital, premature babies cling to life. Each breath is a struggle as their fragile frames fight valiantly just to survive. But hope is kindled through the discovery of a new treatment. With one simple change in procedure, the faint heartbeat grows stronger. The small, frail bodies begin to gain weight, and their distress behaviors slowly diminish. What is this miracle treatment? Classical music. Surprised? Rosalie Pratt, a professor at BYU, conducted research using a treatment of music, and the results were truly remarkable. The newborns flourished and were released from the hospital earlier. If it can do this for babies, what can it do for us? I have a vested personal interest in knowing this answer. I have felt for some time now that something in my life was not right. Sadly, I knew exactly what it was. It was the one thing I had an iron grip on, which I would not relinquish for anything: my music. I grew up on a buffet of classical music, which I abandoned as soon as I possibly could. I ate, drank, and breathed alternative, hip-hop, and R&B. Like many of you, my iPod was more like an extra appendage than an electronic device. Is the music you're listening to helping or hurting? That's a good question. Classical music may become your new favorite. There's increasing evidence that you may want to rethink your playlist. I would like to suggest 3 compelling reasons for the shift to classical: stress management, productivity, and spirituality. The first reason is stress management. Here we are facing finals week, and you may be feeling a bit stressed out. I would say Ben Carson knows what pressure feels like. He was the first successful surgeon to separate Siamese twins attached at the head. Every other attempt had resulted in the death of either one or both of the twins. Imagine entering an operating room and knowing even the smallest of mistakes may make the difference between life and death. How does he get through grueling hours of meticulous surgery, which demands near perfect hand-eye coordination needed to produce a miracle? He brings the music of the masters, Bach, Vivaldi, and Handel, into his operating room. It has been proven that classical music has a neural effect on the brain, decreasing stress signals and improving concentration. The second reason is productivity. When you want to write a paper, review for a final, and still have time for fun, productivity is a must. Thomas Jefferson must have had a lot on his mind as he drafted the Declaration of Independence. When he would hit a wall, he would stop, and he would play his violin. Suddenly, the fog would clear and his thoughts would solidify. Listening to the music helped him to transfer his thoughts from his brain to the page. Our bodies are highly affected by rhythm. If you think about it, we're in fact made up of rhythms and cycles. Our heart beats to a steady rhythm. Our brain waves run in constant cyclical motion. And in our brain, a 60 beat per minute pattern like that found in Mozart and Baroque style music activates the left and right side, increasing learning and retention. The third reason is spirituality. This is what was pushing and nagging and working on me until I could no longer deny it. It was the negative spiritual impact that my music was having on me. Elder Tad R. Callister of the 70 said, "Many of us have grown up on a steady diet of musical French fries." Elder Boyd K. Packer said, "Some music is spiritually very destructive. It is far more dangerous than you may suppose, for it can smother your spiritual senses." My spiritual senses were being slowly suffocated, and I knew it was time for a change in my musical diet. I needed more music that would lift me and less that would tear me down. I don't expect you will go home and purge your iPod, but consider adding a few classical pieces to refresh you. Much of the music Bach wrote was written for the Savior. When Handel was given a compliment on his music, he replied, "I should be sorry if I only entertained them. I wish to make them better." Compare this to Mick Jagger, who openly admitted, "Our music is calculated to drive the kids to sex." When you listen to your music, whose purpose are you helping to fulfill? Listening to classical music can bless you in at least 3 ways: stress management, productivity, and spirituality. To be honest, my use of pop music was almost an addiction. So this shift has not been an easy one for me. It has been a struggle, but I am seeing and feeling powerful results in my life. I'm actually working back to the music I grew up on. My parents would be thrilled. Think about the effect that something as simple as music had on those newborn babies. And next time you feel stressed, distracted, or feel a need for divine guidance, perhaps you can lean back and relax to a classical piece, like one of Bach's cello suites. That's what my father would play for me on his cello. Instant peace.